let me quickly walk you through the GenieHire dashboard. At the top, you can see an overview of your job roles, including the number of active and closed positions. On the left, we have insights into applications per job role, which helps you understand where the highest candidate interest is coming from. In the center, we have the candidate management section, which gives you a real-time view of the total candidates and their current status, whether they are scheduled, in progress, or completed. On the right, you can also identify the top performing candidates, basis their scores. And at the bottom, the recent activity section keeps track of all the latest actions happening across the platform. Now, taking you towards how to create a job role on the platform. Now here, you can choose between two modes, Smart Mode and Custom Mode. Smart Mode allows you to quickly generate a job description using AI with minimal setup, including adding custom questions. Whereas Custom Mode gives you a full flexibility to manually create and customize the JD with additional details based on your specific requirements. Going with the Smart Mode version 1, you mention a job title here, let's say HR Manager. You will select an experience range, add your preferred location. And if you have a JD already with you, you can simply upload it here or ask Generate JD with AI. It will give you a preview with some key responsibilities and skill set basis the job role. Now, this JD is entirely editable. You can add or remove a skill basis your requirements. Once you have reviewed this JD from your end, you can simply click on Next. Now, you will have 3 ways to conduct the interview further. Initial screening is the one wherein you can ask some basic screening questions to the candidate, a quick 10-15-minute check round, wherein AI will also make sure and ask follow-up questions to the candidate. Core knowledge evaluation is the one where you conduct the actual theoretical, technical interview of the candidate. Bases the skill set that you provide, AI will be asking technical questions, wherein you can also provide your custom questions in the interview. Bring your own questions is the one wherein only your own curated questions will be asked in the interview, and no AI intervention will be happening thereafter. Just your own set of questions will be asked. Going with the core knowledge evaluation for the demo, you simply click on Next. Now, analyzing the job role, AI is going to give you some suggested skill set. Basis you need to drag and drop whichever skill you feel are the most required and important for the interview, because AI will be asking questions around this topic. Whichever skill you feel are the important. Any skill which is not relevant here, you could simply manually type in as well. That skill gets added. Once this is done, you can add skills, and you can go up to adding maximum of 6 skills here. Once you do this, you simply click on Next. Now, you will set the interview duration for the candidate, starting with 30 minutes, going about till 90. You can ask and set up your own custom questions as well, which is an optional section that we provide. Let's say if you have certain questions that you want, the candidate should necessarily give the answer, for in the technical interview, you can type the question here and press Enter, and that question gets added manually. After setting the time, you can simply click on Next. Now we are at the review stage, where AI is generating some sample questions for the skill set that we selected in the previous step. So, for talent acquisition, training, and development, these are the questions that might be asked in the interview. These are the only samples. AI will have some similar questions in the interview. All these questions are editable and framed at your end as well, so you can edit the question framing. And go about. After reviewing all of this skill set, you can simply click on Create a Job Role, and that is how a job role gets created in version 1, Smart Mode. Going about creating the job role in version 2, Custom Mode, mentioning the job title, HR Manager, selecting an experience range, adding a location preferred, uploading a JD or generating it to the AI. It will give you a preview again, which is editable and customizable up from your end. Review this and simply click on Next. Now, we will set the interview duration for the candidate. We are setting it for this interview round, having flexible options from 30 to 90 minutes. Here, it will allow us to cover up to 4 focus areas in the next step, keeping the evaluation structured and efficient. Once selected, we can move ahead to define the focus areas by clicking on Next. Here, we are defining major focus areas for the interview round. Now, GenieHire suggests some AI-generated topics based on the role, and here we can select up to 4 areas depending on the interview duration we chose earlier. We can also regenerate the suggestions or add custom focus area to tailor the evaluations exactly to our requirements. Once the relevant topics are selected, we'll proceed to the next step. Now, we assign weightage and difficulty levels to each focus area. We can adjust the importance of each skill by raising the bar, ensuring the total adds up to 100%. Or you can simply use the auto-distribute option here. Along with that, we define the difficulty level to easy, medium, and hard based on the role requirement. This will help structure the interview to accurately assess candidates across all key areas by selecting the levels here. We've chosen, and you simply click on Next. Now here, we finalize the specific topics within each focus area. Here too, we can select regenerate and add custom ones based on our needs. This will ensure that interview questions are highly targeted and role specific. You will choose topics within subtopics for all the roles and simply click on next. So we are done. Finally, this is the review step where we verify all our selections, focus areas, and sample questions generated by Genie Hire. And then we click on create a job role once we have reviewed all of this. And that is how a job role gets created in the custom mode. Likewise, when the JD gets created, you have this ATS link feature enabled for that specific job role. You have this invite candidate option. You have to simply copy this link, and this link is pastable and shareable on any of the platforms. Let's say on Naukri, LinkedIn, or any portals. This is the role review, and the candidate will have to simply click on apply now. And this is what their application will look like. They'll have to simply upload their resume, and all the information will be automatically fetched from the CV. They'll have to choose their notice period, whatever they're serving, and also the source, let's say LinkedIn, Naukri, or any of the company profile, or even social media for that matter. Once the candidate fills this out, they will click on Submit Application, and you will get all the responses landing under the screened candidates. Under the applications received, you will be able to see the candidate name, their entire contact details, and their resume scoring as well, with all the CVs getting entirely screened, basis shortlisted, and retrofit. So the CVs, which are really good fit ones, will be landed under shortlisted, and the ones with the poor scoring or zero scoring will be landed under retrofit. Here, you will be able to check with their analysis report as well. With the highlights, the lowlights, and the tech tools match, how well is that CV a good fit for that job role or not? Even with the upskilling recommendations to consider this profile for the roles. Once this is done, you will have an option also to manually feed in resumes. You simply click on Screen a Resume, choose a job role, whichever you've created. Upload a resume against it. You can upload single resumes, or you can also upload mass bulk resumes by uploading a zip file here. All the uploads will be reflected under the My Uploads in the Screened Candidates section. It will give us an analysis report here now with some highlights and lowlights and upskilling recommendations again. You could save this for later or simply click on Schedule Interview. All of this will be reflected under the Screened Candidates under the My Uploads section, wherein here, manually uploaded data will be reflected and stored in Genie Hire. Now, if you want to interview these candidates, you can mass select the number of candidates you want to send an interview invite to and simply click on Schedule Interview. You will choose a date range for the candidate to attend it and click on Schedule. So all of these candidates will receive an AI interview invite on their email and also on their WhatsApp. Now, when the interview is completed, you need to check with their reports, and that is where you go to Interview Management, where you'll be able to see all the reports which have been scheduled, in progress, and completed ones. Let's open a report here. So this is how the report sections look like with the interview outcome and hiring decisions as well. With the individual assessment performance scoring, the top skills highlighted of the candidate, the improvement areas, the skill performance breakdown, the subject-wise performance, soft skill breakdown, hidden insights, and red flags, if detected in the interview. Also, going about to dive in more deeper in the interview, you go to candidate response, where you're actually able to access what was the question asked, what was the response of the candidate with the entire transcript. Also, the follow-up questions asked in the interview with the audio and video recordings of individual question and answer, and AI giving the scoring and remark for every question asked. You can review the entire interview here. Talking about the video recordings, if you want to collectively watch it, we have an option here to watch all videos where you could watch question-wise video recordings of the candidate. Now, to check whether the candidate was having any violations or not a best practice happening in the interview, you will simply click on the See Proctoring Report option, where you will have the major violations detected, whether the candidate has tab switched, exited full screen, or multi-monitor detected. All the restricted actions will be reflected here with the name of the screenshots taken under here. Then we have Authenticity Confidence Score and Plagiarism Detection that will help you analyze and check how well the candidate was genuine enough while giving the interview. If there is AI or ChatGPT-based answers, the plagiarism detection will be really high. Once you have reviewed this, you also have an option to simply download the report from here, or you could either share this report via email to your hiring managers or decision makers. Now, once the report is reviewed from your end, you also have an option to either select the report or reject it, basis your requirements. And those selected and rejected reports will be landing under the Decision Center, where you will be able to access all the selected reports and the rejected reports under you, which will be very easier for you to take a decision on the candidate and call them for further rounds of interview. So this was collectively how the Genie Hire platform will help you hire smarter, faster, and take up decisions smoothly.